friends, your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Mayhem. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in Chaos,
Joanne. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Mayhem.
Friends, today we are back recapping RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 7, Episodes 7 and 8. We're giving you 2 episodes in one, just so that we can catch up because we were a little behind. So now, Episode 7 was the Snatch Game, and Episode 8 was the Makeovers. So, all in all, before we get into the looks, what did you think of the Snatch Game?
This has been one of my favorite Snatch games of all time. And I think it's because of like a few of the characters, like, you know, that really kind of made that. But also, I kind of like this twist on it. Like, usually it's the host asks the questions, they have to match it, and like there's 2 like guests there. But I kind of like this kind of dating idea. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I liked it.
I enjoyed the Snatch Game. In particular, I enjoyed like a couple of the queens because I thought a couple of queens literally had me in tears.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is brilliant. This is like, if I could take their Snatch games and put them in other like Snatch games, I think it would be like a masterclass of how to do a Snatch game. I was not expecting the queens that I thought would do really well. I was not expecting them to not do so well. And then the queens who I didn't think was going to do well, I was not expecting them to do amazing.
No. Who do you think was going to do really well?
Who that I thought was going to do really well?
Yeah.
I thought Celexa was going to do really well, and she didn't do that well, in my opinion.
I didn't think she would do that well. Like, the girls who I thought were going to do really well were Katrin and Bonnie, because I'm like, they're funny queens, they're comedy queens. And they did. They did really well. The other ones, I'm like, I didn't really expect much from them, to be quite honest.
You didn't think that Elle Voss was funny? You don't think she's funny?
Yes, but doesn't scream comedy to me like the other 2.
Okay,
and I don't mean that to be shady. Yeah,
like,
and I think that's kind of. I think that came out that's me being a little biased, because I see Elle Voss as a more like kind of jack of all trades type of queen. Like, she's just good I don't think she has a specific niche. Like, she's just very good at everything.
Okay, she's. You mean like a chameleon? Okay, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I would put more Elle Voss in like theater. Like, that's kind of what I get from her. Like,
I can see that.
Not to put her in like a box though, but like if I was to look at Elle Voss and see like that's her aesthetic, I see more of like the theater queen, right? Like, that's what I see. Whereas Katrin, I see comedy. Katrin gives me camp. Like, that's her thing. It is Absolutely. comedy. Right? Bonnie and Clyde also gives me like camp. Not so much comedy as much as Katrin does. So I was surprised at Bonnie and Clyde, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, she was Cher, insanely brilliant.
One, we know that Ru loves Cher. Like, loves. So that's number one. You do a Cher, you already got Ru's attention.
If you do it right.
The fact that, true. But even sometimes if you don't do it right, Ru will still laugh at it if it's funny. Because when Jujubee and UK versus the World, when she did Cher, and she was horrible, but Ru thought she was hilarious.
I don't remember that.
She did, yeah. Yeah. She was overshadowed by Kathy Bates, but she did Cher.
Literally zero recollection of that. But
one thing I would give the UK queen, when some of them do a Snatch Game character, they are brilliant at it.
Yes. Like, this is up there with like the Vivian's Donald Trump, Baga's like Kathy Bates. Like, this was brilliant. Like, she thought of her character, she put a twist on it, she made it funny all the way through, she had jokes, she was able to execute them, she volleyed. Like, it was, like you said, like an absolute masterclass of what Snatch Game should be.
Yes. And also, when the UK queens, when they bomb Snatch Game, they bomb Snatch Game.
Paige, ooh, girl, I think she
was
had
even worse.
Bones was worse. The thing with Paige though is I think she had a good idea that she just didn't execute well, and I think she thought about it too much and she was overcomplicating it. And I think that's what her downfall was, because once she started to do bad, or once she had a couple mishaps, then I think she overthunk it even more, and she really got into her head, and it just made it worse.
Correct.
When she saw there was no laughs, it was like, that was over for her. Like, she could not recover.
Yeah, I think it's when she started to see that there was no laughs. That's what, like, got her done. Yeah. She was done after that.
Yeah. Bones was bad from the start. Like, I don't know why the fuck she chose that character, but that was a choice, girl.
Also, she psyched herself out in the first sentence.
Yeah. And that joke about, like, I might need to switch to some kyok. I was like, what the fuck? That was that whole character and execution was a choice.
Yes. I really liked Elvas. I'm not gonna lie. Her Jojo Siwa had me in tears.
It was funny. It was a good JoJo Siwa. There was nothing wrong with it. She was very funny. She was very funny. It's just I don't think there was enough. I feel like Elvosk in it.
You did okay. Okay.
Does that make sense? Like I feel like it was a very good impersonation. And my problem was that it was too good that all I saw was JoJo Siwa. I didn't see how she made it her own.
Gotcha. And also, I would say that even the guest judge, I think he was like so taken aback that it was JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
That he was even like, oh my god,
It's
like this is JoJo Siwa because she was JoJo Siwa. You couldn't tell me that the spirit of JoJo Siwa didn't come down on that stage and was inside of Elvas.
Yeah,
like, she was JoJo Siwa.
And I wish she would have just done something to I don't know, to just add a little twist to it. I don't know, make it something your own, like the way Bonnie did with Cher.
But like, how can you do that with JoJo Siwa though? Or maybe she could have done 2 versions of JoJo Siwa.
She could have done the straight and the gay version. She could have just done the straight version of JoJo.
She could have.
Oh wait, but I think this was filmed before she
came out. As
she went back into the closet. Yeah.
Yeah. Or she could have did like the Dance Moms JoJo Siwa and then went into Bad Girl JoJo Siwa. Or vice versa.
That is true.
Right, like Karma. She could did Karma JoJo Siwa. Like real lesbian if she wants.
I wish
like,
she would have broken out into dance.
Right? And it was really good. Who else?
Katrin.
Obviously Bonnie and Clyde. Matrin, like Matrin. Because you said Katrin, so I'm like Matrin. Master class in just Snatch Game. That was brilliant.
Her jokes though, like I eat ass every day, but it's not intentional. Like what? Like it made so much sense. Like, but it was just so funny. Like I don't know. Like every joke was a hit. Every joke landed. It was perfect.
It was so good. Who else? Katrin Feelings.
Table and Chair.
She was. God. Table and Chair was really funny. I was in tears. I literally was in tears when that happened.
Yeah.
Katrin Feelings was funny. She said, "Oh, Tina!" Like I just thought that.
Yes.
Not. She's like, no, Tina. No. Right.
No.
That was.
So what was really funny for me was during the walkthrough, she said the reason she chose Bonnie was because of that commercial she saw when she was a kid where I forgot what it was. What was the product she named? I forgot what it was. But when she got a chance to bring that up during the Snatch Game, I was like, ooh, that's the moment. And it was so funny. And when she fed that man that cookie, he was in such disbelief. He was like, you could tell on his face, like, I don't know if like for me, like it looked like he was genuinely like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what did I get myself into? Like you could see it in his face.
Yes. And Celexa was like, where'd she get that biscuit from her titty from? Like, and I was like, where did she get that biscuit from? Like, where did she get that biscuit?
Speaking of Celexa, though, I was so excited when I found out who she was doing. And I was so disappointed in the outcome. Because I think there was so many missed opportunities with that character. Like, I think that's one of the most iconic characters we've ever gotten from Doctor Who. And it's a very memorable character. It's the one thing I wish she would have said and she never got to say it. And I was just waiting for her to say it was moisturize me. And she never did. And I was so upset that she never said that. Also, the fact that she never brought up that she's the last natural human. Like, there was so many missed opportunities with that character.
Well, I'm not really a fan of Doctor Who, so I've never seen... Like, I've seen random episodes here and there, so I couldn't tell you if she did well with the character or not. I was just going whether or not, like, the jokes landed or if she was funny and she got laughs. So... Like, I wasn't understanding the reference. So, to me, it was like... But I get Doctor Who was really big on the BBC. Yeah. Like, and every season there's a different Doctor, right?
It's every few... Like, it's more like every few years. Yeah. So, like, typically every every actor gets to do, like, a couple seasons or whatever before they get replaced.
Except for the black guy.
Well, he hasn't been replaced yet. I think he's thinking of leaving.
No, he's replaced, Joe. He's replaced.
They replaced him?
Already? They replaced them already. They are gone. It's Wendy. Oh. You know Wendy from the first couple of seasons? She's now the new Doctor.
Oh, okay. Wait, first couple seasons of what?
Doctor Who. Wendy. She was one of the girl that would be near the Doctor.
Oh. Honestly, I haven't watched it in a long. Not to be
Listen,
shady.
but yeah, when
I did not watch a single episode of it. Inquiries or
I watched a
whatever their
few
name is.
episodes when I watched a few. I used to watch the older seasons, and then I watched the recent season or one of the recent seasons when Jinx was on there, and Jinx was like the crazy person, and I thought she was amazing on there. Well, they were amazing on there.
Jinx was absolutely brilliant on Doctor Who. I didn't see the full episode. I saw the clips of Jinx, and they were brilliant.
Brilliant. So shout out to Jinx. Who else? Okay, so now this runway, I have to say that I really enjoyed this runway.
I forgot what the runway was.
With the exception of maybe, I think, one look, I think as a whole, this is a really strong runway for UK. And the runway was Holidays. Holiday Queen.
Let's get into looks, because I got okay. Yeah, now I remember.
So up first, because we just got finished talking about Celexa, is Celexa Diction. What did you think?
I think this is a yes, ma'am. I think you can obviously tell what the reference is. It's Christmas. It's very much slutty Christmas. It reminds me of Martha Mayhew in a way. I love this. I think it's great.
Yeah, this is a yes, ma'am. Celexa looks amazing. She looks really good.
Yes.
Like from head to toe, this is a really good look. And I don't mind the pleasers.
I don't either. I kind of want to wear this for Christmas.
It's really good. It's a really good look. Mm-hmm. She looks like Mrs. Claus, but like if Mrs. Claus was like in her 20s.
Mrs. Jack Frost. That's what it gives me.
Okay, I can see that. That's cute. Mm-hmm. But I like this. I like Celexa looked really good. Everything about this, and when I say the freaking titties are amazing, the fact that she got the plate to go to the arms, I thought that was great.
I wonder how restricting that is. That can't be comfortable.
The one that goes like with the arms, and all of this is like the breastplate is literally like an actual like breastplate.
Yeah. Props to her.
It's seamless though, because I didn't know where the neck started and when the titty stopped.
No, you can absolutely see where the neck started. Or even in this picture, you can see where it is. But it's still a really good look, and that's just me like trying to find it honestly. Like, I don't know why, but whenever I see a breastplate, I have to find the seam. I have to. I'm not calm until I know where the seam is.
Oh, I mean, you may need to talk to somebody about that, but sure. Okay. Next up, we have Cyrus Mangardi. What did you think?
This is a meh. I like the idea of it, and I like the bodice. I don't like the skirt. I think it was kind of misshapen. And the headpiece was just, I think it needed more. It was a little basic for me.
I gave it a soft ma'am. Was I wild about it? No. But do I think she looks great? Yeah. Also, I'm just like over them coming out with just a little corset and a bikini and then tying something to the corset. Like, for me, I just want something a little bit more on the runway. So for that, I took some of the points down. But I thought her face-wise, she looked really good. Makeup was there. I think I liked the little headpiece that she had. I think she looks fine. Okay. Then we have Bonnie and Clyde. What did you think?
This was a yes, ma'am, for me. This is very much like rich Christmas, like rich auntie, hosting the Christmas party, like coming down the stairs. I love this gold on her. I think she looks absolutely beautiful. I think this is the most beautiful we've seen Bonnie so far.
I agree. Yes, ma'am, all day. I think she looked good. I saw this gold wrapping paper. The body looks amazing. This was a really good night for Bonnie and Clyde.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Then we have Bones. What did you think?
This was an over for me. I love this. This is very much like good old Saint Nick, like very elegant, very, very festive. I love the color of this. I love how grand it is. The white with the green. I adore this. I do wish the hair was just a little bit bigger. That's it.
I thought this was a little matronly. But besides that, I give this a yes, ma'am. But it dated her. Which I see where she was going, but I just wanted a little bit more of like modernity, and this was really matronly for me.
I can see that, but I love that either way. I think that's actually what I liked about it the most, honestly, because it's something different for Bones.
True, and she had clothes on. Isn't that crazy how the look that she had clothes on? I'm like, oh, she looks like she's an old lady. Isn't that weird? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I'm like, when she has clothes, I'm like, she looks like she's old. And when she don't have clothes, I'm like, oh, the bitch is young. Like, no,
she's a whore.
That's not. She's a whore. We're like, it's crazy. But I just felt like she could have modernized this a little bit more. And to me, it was like very on the nose of Mrs. Claus.
I can see that. I can see it.
Okay. Then we have Elvas. What did you think?
I really wanted to like this, and there's aspects of this that I do like. I think overall, though, it just looks a little clunky, a little hodgepodge. It's like a little too much to look at I really like the idea of these like ribbons coming down the side of her. I hated that candy cane, and I don't like that thing that's wrapped around her arm. There's aspects of this that I enjoy, and aspects of it that I don't. So overall, meh.
I gave it a yes, ma'am. This would have gone over for me if the candy cane was the same color red as the outfit. The two reds just throw me off. It's very off-putting. And so that's when I'm like, can you just get the same color red? In my opinion, it would have been great. I really like the overall like clunkiness of the look because I think it's like, wait, this is you did this haphazardly. I enjoy that. I think that makes sense because for some reason I got wrapping paper or like you accidentally fell on a fucking roll and you're like, oh shit, I gotta pick this shit up. I thought it was great.
It is very much giving like a kid try to wrap a Christmas present. But I take my wrapping very seriously. So I think that's why it bothers me because I would never give somebody that's this messily wrapped.
I mean, yes, no shade, but wrapping is an art.
It is, and not everybody can do it.
Not everybody can do it. I've seen them do it in the stores, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a skill.
They piss me off. Sometimes, some of them can do it really well, but then there's some of them that I see them do it, and I'm like, oh, you don't want to be here right now, which is fair, but like, just let me do it.
Sure. Okay. Then we have page 3. What did you think?
Soft. I think it's not the most original thing. Like, you know, the whole like toy soldier, it's kind of something that's always done for the holidays. Yeah.
I think this is over. I thought page 8. And the reason why I said it is because, one, I hate that little scroll that she had. She should have just kept that, burned that, because that handwriting was horrible. But besides that, the handwriting, and I have really great handwriting. So anytime I'm a critic. I'm a critic for handwriting, so like if I see people and their handwriting is a hot mess, I'm like, what the hell happened? But it really bothers me. But besides the scroll, I thought the Nutcracker, brilliant. It was great. It was a little BDSM Nutcracker though, and I enjoyed that.
It is a well executed look. Yes, it looks good on her. Yes, it looks good. But again, it's just in terms of like creativity and originality, I'm like, eh.
But what I would say is that I would have preferred her to wear pants.
I think had she worn pants, I would have liked to look better. Like with some like, ooh, I can see her. Oh yes, pants would have made this look better.
Absolutely, because she would have wore pants. It would have been a different silhouette for her, and you probably would have gotten more into it because it would have given that BDSM because it would have been like, this is leather from head to toe.
Yes, I don't want like skinny, like I don't want like tight fitting pants though. Like I want like trousers.
Mm-hmm. It would have been good. I think it was a missed opportunity for the pants, but altogether, still a really great look. I was not expecting Paige to come out as a Nutcracker. No, I wasn't. Maybe like a snow fairy.
I was expecting this
like
silhouette
right? like
though.
You said you was or you wasn't?
I was. The silhouette, yes, like that's Paige's go-to, which is fair, but like I just want maybe something different just one time.
Okay, and then we have Catherine Feelings. What did you think?
I'll give it a yes, ma'am. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with this look. It just doesn't wow me. It's just well executed, but actually not even soft, like right in the middle. Like no yes, no no. It's just right in the middle.
This is a no, ma'am. I don't like this. This is a really bad look, y'all. I don't know what Jamani is talking about. This is so bad. I don't know what Katrin decided to do. I don't get it. I really don't understand. I'm confused. This is costume. This is not. This is a costume.
I can. The only thing I really don't like about this, honestly, is just the boots. And it's really just the laces part of it. That's it.
The makeup is bad.
I mean, is her makeup ever good?
That was shade.
Like, girl, like, I'm sorry, but like, if it was somebody like Bones and came out on this, yeah, I'd be upset because be like, bitch, you know better than that. But it's Catherine. She don't know better than that.
That's hilarious, but that is true. Okay, that's very true. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so we see that the winner for episode 7 is none other than Bonnie and Clyde, which by far, hands down, nobody ate Snatch Game the way Bonnie did, so it should deserve that win. And then we see the bottom 2 are the London girls. So we have page 3 versus
the
Bones.
Queens.
What did you think of the lip sync?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't remember the details of it, but I do remember thinking at the moment, that Paige should not have gone home.
And you are correct.
Why are you whispering it?
I really don't know, but I just really enjoying it right now. But
are we going for ASMR?
Maybe. But yes, you will be correct with your assumption that Paige should not have went home.
Yeah, it's I think that was kind of the overall sentiment that I was seeing online, honestly. Like, everybody was really upset that she went home. And part of it is because she had such a huge fan base going into it and people knew who she was. But I think it was also, like, it didn't feel like it was her time to go necessarily. Especially with this lip sync.
Regardless of, like, her following or whatnot, I just don't think she did worse than Bones. I think Bones did worse in the Snatch Game, and I also think Bones' look wasn't, to me, in my opinion, at the same level as Paige's on this runway. And also, I thought Bones did worse than Paige in the lip sync. No shade, like, all Bones did was keep walking around the stage. Like, there was no splits, there was no dips.
Which is not necessarily needed, but, like, do something.
It just was bad.
My biggest problem with it, honestly, and kind of the season in general, is it very much feels like they're pushing for Bones to be in the top 2. And I don't necessarily understand why. At least with what we've seen her do so far, like, it makes no sense to me as to why they're pushing so hard for her and even eliminating some queens that should not have been eliminated. Like, this is the second one. Like, I think even when it came to her and Chai T Grande, like, I think Chai won that lip sync.
I agree. Because she did punch her in the face.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of how it feels like they're kind of pushing Bones. And that's...
Well, maybe.
That's nothing to do with her. Because, at the end of the day, it's the producer's choice and the editor's choice, but...
Well, maybe they're invested in Bones because of Crystal Versace.
But no, it should be like, you should get your wins or like your placement in the season based on your own merits, not who your family is.
I mean, well, at this rate, it seems as if it's rare that the girls are doing, especially like if they have a drag family connection, they tend to be pushed further in the seasons than those who don't. It's unfortunate.
But we've also seen the opposite end of it, like when sometimes they'll be like, oh, my mother was this, or I did this person, or blah, 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 blah. And they're like one of the first 2 queens to go, and they're like, well, they didn't live up to their family's name.
Yeah, it also it really depends on, but I mean, no, Vanjie's a little different, right? Vanjie got eliminated and made her elimination like her.
Yeah,
her
but they didn't know that when they eliminated her.
True. So yes. Also, we have there's a few in the American seasons. Yes. For the international and UK in particular, true. But for the US seasons, yes, we see that more often than not. But for the UK seasons, we don't really see that too much.
But we also don't have as many drag families as the US.
That's true. Page 3, she is one of Sasha's daughters. Eventually, when she started performing and she did all that stuff. So yes, so that's not really a connection as far as like a storyline. That's more of like performance and like, oh, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. For Bones, her
that scared me, girl.
Sorry, there was like this fly that was literally like this little fly that was pissing me off, and I finally got it. And I was like. And I was like, I was looking at it. I was looking at it like, I got you, bitch. And like, that's what it felt like. But Bones' drag sister is Crystal Versace. So that piece, and she said that she's coming around Soho and we've always seen her together. But you also had Dee Dee Licious that came in 5th place on the previous season. So, okay, that was also like a drag. But that was also a drag family. That's kind of like the drag family that we have. And then you have Lil, who is in a drag family.
With who? I forgot.
I totally forgot who Lil's drag family is, and it's not coming to me. But we also have Banksy, who's in a drag family as well, with Cheddar Gorgeous. There was Tia Coffee's drag family with Pixie something, and she didn't.
Pixie.
So
what?
there's
yeah.
There's moments of like family. It's the family lines that we were seeing, but this one I feel like they're pushing Bones because of the relationship to Crystal Versace.
I just don't think that's fair to other girls. And again, I think we've lost throughout the season. We've lost with the next episode 3 queens who shouldn't have gone home or not at that moment.
True, I agree. All right, so going into episode 8 is the makeovers. So shout out to drag.looks. And so make sure you follow them on Instagram at drag.looks. I got their screen grabs, which I was like, thank you, because at the time when I put this together, that Wild Prison Plus did not release their screen the photos of the makeover looks. So I was like, shout out to Drag Dog Looks, who is always on it. So appreciate them. Make sure you go on and give them a shout out or follow. They're super cool. So the first up, we have Katrin Feelings. What did you think of the makeover look?
Meh. I didn't quite see the family resemblance in the makeup. And I know it's maybe a little difficult because, one of them's white, one of them's black. So it's a little more difficult for her to paint her in the same way that she would paint herself. But even then, like, I don't see the facial structure. Like, it doesn't give me Katrin. When it comes to the looks, I think Katrin looks okay. I really don't like the white contrasting with the black, to be honest with you.
I did not like these looks at all. I give this a no, ma'am. I don't think they were good. I thought they look a little cheap. Also, I have a problem, and it bothered me that there was only one black person to be made over, and there was only one black queen. And I think it was a missed opportunity to put those two together because there probably would have been a really great family resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
Because this contrast between the two of them, and now no shade, it wasn't the queen's fault because the makeover participants, they were the ones who chose the queen that they wanted to be paired up with. So okay,
I think that's a first, right?
It kind of is, but also I was like, why would you want to get paid? It's a family resemblance, and you want to get paired up with a white queen. That's just me and my personality, in my personal opinion. I was like, would it make sense, girl, to you to go to Taurus? But okay, cool. Maybe not.
Yeah.
And she was a sheep, and I was confused.
I was confused with that too. I honestly wasn't a fan of how she was instantly like no to the original name she wanted to give her, which was Fanny Feely. I thought that was a cute name and it made sense with like the family. But she was instantly like no, and I don't know, that kind of turned me off, and I was like, girl, like, you're there to help them win. Just go with it. You're on Drag Race. You know what you got yourself into.
True. Yeah. But some makeover challenges, some of the participants are very, they are stubborn. And so that's what trips up the girls every time.
True.
Okay. Then we have Terrace Mongardi. What did you think?
Man, there's no creativity when it comes to this. It's a look that's been, like, killed to death. Like, everyone knows this. I've seen this left and right. I don't think this is the best execution of it. I've seen it's not necessarily bad. It's just boring, honestly. And there was no family resemblance at all.
No, I give this a no, ma'am. I didn't like these looks either. Again, this would have probably been really great if it was Shirley Bassey and Terrace Mongardi, and they did Clueless. That would have probably made more sense. It would have been a family resemblance. We would have been living for the Dion looks. It would have been good. These just look like Cher and Dion. It just wasn't. It wasn't cute. They fell flat. All right, then we have Select's Addiction. What did you think?
Over. I think her partner I think she looked the best the whole, like, overall this night. Like, she looks beautiful. She looks regal. She looks matronly, and I mean that in the best way possible. She looks honestly, like a MILF. I think Celexa looked great. She allowed her to shine, but without being overshadowed. They were my favorite pairing of the night. And also, I wish I could remember her partner's name, and I don't. But her, opening up about, like, her gender identity and kind of exploring that at her age, I thought that was a really interesting story and really interesting to watch. And then Selexia opening up about her coming out, I think was also a great moment. I think this was, like, Selexia's episode.
I give this a yes, ma'am. I didn't give it a quite an over because I actually like a different look that I think, just to my opinion, was over. And everybody else may not like it, but I really enjoyed it. But Selexia's look was really great. And those two together, they complement each other very well. There was a family resemblance. I see both of them in the same family. I see one as the mom and one as the daughter. I really liked it. I just like a look better. Then we have Elvas. What did you think?
No, ma'am. No, I'm not going to be me. Meh. It's okay. It's just very generic. It's very pedestrian. Like, where's the creativity? Girl, these are just simple codes. Like, no. I expected way more from Elvas.
Well, this is my over.
You're fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
This is my over.
Why the fuck is this an over?
This is my over. To me, this is the best family resemblance.
Are you having a stroke?
No, this is the best family resemblance on the episode.
Family resemblance.
They look alike.
Okay, yes. Yes. But these looks, really?
They killed it. They killed it. They killed it. Elvos made sure that her makeover participant was comfortable because she had some issues with like showing parts of her body. And I think that they both look really great. They look amazing. Their lip sync or their little performance was in sync. At one point I was like, oh shit. They look like sisters. They could be related. And that's to me is the drag family resemblance. I think it's bullshit that now all of a sudden, oh, it's too safe. When we've had in the past, in the previous episodes, like safe makeover looks, and they've gotten high praise, because they weren't like crazy, right? The looks wasn't over the top, but they hit the mark. And I think Elle did that. But to use it as a storyline to give her some negative critiques so it doesn't look like, oh, she can't do any wrong, I thought was bullshit. They know that Elle killed this.
When it comes to resemblance, yes, absolutely. So yes, they do look like sisters. It's definitely there when it comes to the face. I think these looks are too generic.
But I think sometimes you don't have to be like, you don't have to have these crazy elaborate looks for it to be a family resemblance.
No, that's totally fair. Like, this is not a winning look. It's definitely a safe look. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it. Because the family resemblance is absolutely there. It's just when it comes to creativity, I'm like, the creativity isn't there.
I look at it like when All Stars 9, when Vanjie and Roxy did the makeover challenge with the firefighter dad who had a gay daughter.
Carl, you think that was years ago? You think I remember that?
First of all, it was just last year. It was not
years ago for me.
And I thought that those looks were on the simpler side, and they got high praise because Roxy was like, hey, listen, they don't have to be crazy looks, but they have to match and they have to look alike. And I think these do the same thing. It gives me the family resemblance. I love it. I think this is over. I think Elvos did what she needed to do. I really enjoyed it. This is my favorite look. Then we have Bones. What did you think of Bones?
This was my over, or second over, I guess. I love that. I know typically when it comes with family resemblance, people always think like sister, mother. I like the idea that she went with more of like a couple, because that's a family. I love the androgyny with Bones' look, her own look, but also I love how beautiful and regal her partner looks. She looks so young and beautiful. I love them together. I think it works really well. For me, everything about this was really good.
I give this an over as well. I thought it was good. I like the interview with a vampire. That's what I was getting. Mm-hmm. I like the Anne Rice of it all, right? It was like, it was good, but also...
Is that the one with... Fuck. What's that actress's name? Interview with the Vampire. Is that the one with like the... Kirsten Dunst?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
Yes. Yeah, because they have a show, a TV show actually.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching it come down the runway, but I couldn't remember what the name or what specifically I was thinking about.
Yeah. Interview with a Vampire is really giving me that. It is also a nod to, what was that, Drag Race Italia with Frida Kant. Oh. And they poured the
wine.
And they poured the wine on themselves, and the judges thought that like they accidentally tripped, and they were devastated for them, and they realized that was part of the actual thing, and then after that they was living. So it was giving me that. And also like the relationship between them, either like they cousins or brothers, or they together and they like husband sister. It was good. It was weird, but it worked.
Yeah, my favorite moment was when they were like dancing, and then they turned to look at the guest judge because she was like laughing or whatever, or she said something. But that look they had on their face, like, we're gonna kill you, bitch. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, yeah. And like you could tell that both of them really enjoyed themselves doing this, and that's always that's a plus, right? When both participants can come together and you see like each other, like you can see the resemblance. She looks like Bones.
Absolutely. She did a good job with that paint.
Yeah, they look alike. They look like they are in the same family. Right. And then we have Bonnie and Clyde. What did you think?
Girl, what the fuck was this? I think Bonnie had a cute idea that was like one of the worst executions we've seen on Drag Race. Like, this is almost up there with like that bag look that Lala did on her season. Bonnie's look wasn't as bad, but her partner's look was horribly executed. Like, it was very ill-fitting. Like, it was falling apart in the back. Like, it was just bad. Like, it felt like she was holding that bag up to her body to hide something. Like, this is worse than a no ma'am for me, honestly.
Yeah, this is a no ma'am, and I felt bad for Bonnie and her makeover participant because they tried and they would like, but she's not a seamstress and she's not a sewer, so she couldn't really make the looks like to be good. And I felt bad for her because you could tell she really wanted to be there, and and he did the best he could with trying to sell what he was
Oh, he
given,
sold
but
the fuck
it
out
didn't
of
work.
that. You couldn't tell him his outfit
Like,
was falling apart.
yeah, and he did, and he tried to help her, and he was, but like they was there, and they was living for it, and I thought that was good because despite all of the accidents and the hodgepodge that is of the look, it just it
Yeah.
didn't do well.
And I feel like he really tried to save her by acting it out so well. And what made me feel really bad is not out of everyone there, but he was really excited to be on it and you could tell. And I feel like he deserved a better look.
Yeah, he did, but we see that the winner of episode 8 is Bones, and I'll give it to Bones. I thought Bones did well in the makeover. I think as far as presentation wise, as far as it looks, I think this probably was the best look. And then we see that the eliminated queen is Bonnie and Clyde. And unfortunately, it was bad.
I don't think she did bad enough in the lip sync to justify her elimination, especially with 2 wins.
I mean, she pulled the plasma. Like, have 2 wins and then get eliminated.
I know, that's crazy to me. Especially the fact that she got eliminated by Katrin, and no shade to Katrin, but she got no wins at all. And I don't think she necessarily lost that lip sync. Like, I think there was justification for them to eliminate Katrin, and it just, like, I'm not saying nobody would have been upset, but I think people would have been more understanding, be like, okay, yeah, well, maybe Bonnie didn't necessarily win that lip sync, but she got 2 wins. It just feels like they're trying to get the competition out of Bones' way. But that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, if that was the case, if they're trying to get the competition out of Bones' way, then you have to eliminate Elvas.
They might be coming for her too, girl.
I don't know. I don't think so. Currently, right now, Elvas is the front runner to win the competition.
I mean, yeah. But I just don't. The edit for me, yes, there's aspects of it where it feels like, oh yes, not Bones. Elle could win this, but I get that vibe more from Bones' edit so far.
Do you think that they're going to give it to Bones and not give it to Elvas?
I don't know. Just for me, based on the edit so far, and the way that like Bones was like on the downward projection, and now that she's gotten a couple like kicks up the butt, like now she's like going back up. Like it feels that to me it feels more like a traditional winner's edit. Whereas Elle, they're more like, oh yeah, she's good. And I'm not saying there's aspects of it where yes, I can see that she could win because they're like, oh, she's the queen that's just good at everything but hides it. For me, it just feels like, I don't know, Bones is being kind of pushed. And I don't mean that as disrespectful or shady.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I can see what you mean, but Bones has been in the bottom twice.
Exactly.
Crystal Versace was only in the bottom one time.
Okay.
So you think Elvas is going to get Elevate Aid?
She could be. I don't know. I would rather, so far in the competition, Elvas win, because I think she's been more consistent. But based on the edit, I could see them giving it to Bones.
I was surprised when. So I mean, she could get Elevate Aid. She could have. She really could.
I love how that's
there's a possibility
I love how that's.
I mean, she can get Elevate Aid. It really is because there was no reason why There was no reason why Elevate did not win that season with 4 wins.
I mean, it's not the only time we've seen it. It happened to the last girl in the last season. I forgot her name.
Who?
The runner-up. Lavoie?
Oh, you mean Lavoie?
Yeah.
True. No, but Kyron gave her a run for her money, so we knew that was going to happen.
I mean, yes, but like Lavoie, like I think it was just as much her count too. Like I think that.
But if we didn't get a double win on that season, then
I mean, if we didn't get a double win on season 4 with Cheddar and Danny, I don't think we're ever getting a double win in the UK.
Yeah, but I could see like Danny Beard just like, not to say that nobody like deserves to not win or whatever, but Danny Beard, that was Danny Beard's. Even though Cheddar Gorgeous was good, that was Danny Beard's season.
I think that was the first time where I wanted a double win.
I think season 6 is where we should have gotten a double win. I think Kyron and Lavoie should have won.
I can see that too. I wanted it more for Cheddar and Danny, honestly.
No, I think at that time, even though Cheddar is great, I think it was Danny Beard's time. Season 6, on the other hand, we needed Lavoie and Kyron. I think both of them was equally matched throughout the whole entire season.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's the first time that we had a young queen as like head to head with a seasoned professional. And both of them was just like whacking each other left and right. I think that's the first time we saw it played out like that.
Well, to that level, yes, in terms of like they were that evenly matched, yes. Because I think the first time we saw that was season 4 with Chad and he who must not be named. I think that was kind of the first instance we saw when we saw like a younger queen kind of, you know, match up with like a very seasoned queen. But I think these two queens are more on an even playing field.
Yes. I see Elle and Bones as like on the same level to me in terms of like age wise, right? Like yes. I prefer Elle in this competition over Bones just because of what Elle has shown in the competition.
Yes.
Not their like anything else. I think based on this season, would I see that they can give it to Elle Voss? Yes. And would I be really excited for Elle to win? Yeah. And do I think that based on what Elle has shown us, would it make sense? Yeah. But do I think that they're putting more currency in Bones? Potentially.
Yeah. See, I would, based on what we've seen on the season so far, I would prefer Elle Voss to win. But I can see that currently it feels like Bones is being invested into.
And we know what happens when they give queens like a storyline that they are like investing in it. They tend to be the one to win at the end. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen more often than not. Because yeah, I mean we're getting Elle as being really polished.
Yeah. Like there's nothing necessarily wrong with Elle. I just, based on the edit we've seen so far, I don't think they've really given her a moment to truly shine, honestly.
No. I'm telling you, she's gonna probably get Ella Jade.
Yeah. I can see that. Oh, poor thing.
I know, right? I don't want her to get Ella Jade, but she may get Ella Jade. Mind you,
say Ella Jade one more time.
No, mind you, there was another queen in that top 3 that we literally just negate all the time, and that's Kitty Scott Claus. Anytime we always talk about that season, we always like, oh,
I'm sorry, but it was definitely not her time. It was definitely not her time.
Like, no shade to Crystal, but there was...
That should have been the top 2.
There was no shade to Crystal, also no shade to Ella Vajay, but literally, there is another queen that we just never talk about, which is Kitty Scott Claus.
Because she shouldn't have even been in that final lip sync. But that's just my opinion.
Don't do that. Kitty was fine in that season. But we just never talk about Kitty. We never talk about Kitty. But, you know, this season, coming from season 7, I'm not going to lie... Altogether, season 7, in my opinion, does not live up to season 6.
I agree.
Season 6 reminds me of season 6 of...
US?
Yes. And then season 7, right, because we had Bianca win season 6, and that was a good season. Shout out to ABC. And then, ABCD, actually. And then we had season 7, which was a little lackluster. No shade to Violet, but...
And it was a lot of, like, young fashion girlies like we got this season.
Yeah. So, like, that's what the UK is giving me. We start out with a really good season 1. Right, it's the first of its kind, so obviously you have to work out some of those kinks, right? But we got drag queens who are staples in the community, rest in peace to Vivian, and then obviously we came to season 2, and season 2 gave us a little bit drama.
A little bit.
Right, we gave us a little drama where there was a controversy because people wanted the runner-up to win and not the actual winner, even though Rue was enthralled with the actual winner more than she was with the runner-up. No shade, right? Then, right, season 3, that's parallels. Season 3 gave us the fashion girly.
Yes, but I wouldn't... To me, Raja and Crystal were very different. Like, they could not be any more different.
They're not on the same level, but I'm saying as far as giving us the fashion girly.
I guess, yes. Okay, fine.
Right, giving us the fashion girly, where the runner-up had more wins than the run...
But Manila had the same amount of wins as Raja. They were even.
Did she? I thought Manila had more wins than she did.
Like, their track records were, like, almost identical. I think Raja maybe just had, like, one more high placement, and that was it.
You made right. And then season 4 made sense. But season 4 is where they differ between the American version and the UK version.
Very different, yeah.
But yes and no. Because if you look at Danny's makeup, very alternative.
So was Cheddar. Cheddar was not, like, a traditional queen.
No. And then 5...
Like, that was the battle of the alternative queens.
5 makes sense. 5 plays out. 5 and 5. That makes sense.
Ginger?
Nobody was expecting Ginger to win that season. Nobody thought that Ginger was going to dominate that season. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought that was going to happen.
Who'd you think was going to win? I thought that became pretty obvious early on.
No, nobody was checking for Ginger early on. Not to say that Ginger was bad, but Ginger dominated that whole entire thing, like out of nowhere.
I thought those obvious from the start that she was going to be like a contender.
No, I thought Michael Maruli was going to be.
I did not start rooting for Michael Maruli till like halfway through, honestly.
Interesting.
But once I started rooting for her, I was like, "Ooh, Michael Maruli, you better win this bitch." And I was really mad. I was not upset that Ginger won, but I was a little upset that Michael Maruli lost. If that makes sense. Like I just wanted to see Michael crowned.
Interesting. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really was. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to never miss a single episode of No Man. Until next time, y'all.